I've been working as game developer for like 15 years now, making games for consoles, browser, and your iPhone or Android device. Over the years and every time I post something on social media, I usually get asked, hey, what engine did you use to make this? Or hey, is this made with Unity? The answer is that it doesn't really matter. First of all, a game engine is just a tool that we use to create something, a tool that provides us the ability to turn our game idea into reality. So, the same way I use an instrument to fix something, I don't really care what's the brand of that instrument as long as it gets the job done. The same goes for game engines. They are just tools that we use to bring our games to reality. Of course, there are some parameters that we should keep in mind before choosing our game engine. For example, if you want to create a 3D game, you should choose a framework that supports 3D. And if you cannot afford to pay a license, you should choose an engine that is free. And on the other hand, if you're planning to publish your game to a particular platform, you should stick to an engine that can export for such platform of your interest. On top of that, I believe it's always a good idea to choose a game engine that is popular and used by many people, so if you run into a problem, you're more likely to find a solution on the internet. On the other hand though, I think sometimes game engines get in the way between your idea and you actually creating your game, because sometimes people get carried away about the technology they're using and so many options available that eventually get lost and never get to finish the game they were working on. For example, I developed my game Super Cattails 2 with Adobe Air, a framework that is not very popular at the moment, but back then when I created my series Super Cattails, I came from a browser games background and Flash was still popular, so I thought sticking to Adobe Air made perfect sense back then. I programmed Super Cattails 2 very quickly, the game got featured on the App Store and many people are still playing it, so I consider it a success despite Adobe Air not being as popular as Unity. On the other hand, for my Tower 3D project, I decided to use Unity as I believe it was the best and quickest choice, at least for me, to work with 3D and deploy to different platforms such as mobile, HTML5 or consoles. The point is, it's not important which game engine you're using, but to get your game idea done. So even if your engine is not very popular or used by many people, but you feel comfortable working with it and gets the job done for you, I think you're all set and you don't need to worry about anything. This goes a bit in contrast with a recent trend where game engines have started to become popular and trendy, almost like a lifestyle, with people tagging their games as made with Unity or made with Unreal. I mean, there's nothing wrong about that. I honestly think these things are a bit pointless though, because once again, the engine is just a tool that you use to create your game idea, a bit like a brush to paint a canvas. So why would you endorse or talk about the tools you're using unless you are somehow sponsored by them? And sometimes you might even get into a mindset where you see a game that you like and you think you need to use the very same engine it was used to create such game in order to create a similar game idea, and believe me, this is probably not the case. So in the end, a game engine is just some tool that you're using to create your game idea and turn it into reality. So don't get lost into engines, tools, programming languages and let them get between you and your game idea. As long as it gets the job done, any game engine is good for you. I hope this video was helpful and hopefully motivated you to pursue your game idea and find the motivation needed to get things done. Don't let other people take you down because you don't use a popular technology or maybe because you don't use C++ or any other ancient programming language. If you enjoyed my video, feel free to subscribe and give it a like. I've recently introduced channel memberships. Feel free to check it out, and a big shout out to the new members Isaac, Mace, Glitch Shark and Brawler Can. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for watching and see you guys soon.